I mean, I sold a novel with my story collection, and so I'm working on it. But to be honest, like I've just it's an interesting thing to just have a book come out because I've been talking about this or writing essays about this, and so these stories still feel totally alive to me, and the characters just feel completely in me still, and so I haven't yet transitioned into the place of like being like enmeshed in a new book. But I am writing a novel, which will be fun, and so far it's actually really satisfying to kind of have the same characters to think about every day.
Yeah. I just can't imagine what it's like to finish the book and then do the tour part of it that is so intense and conversations about it all the time, and then to set it aside. That just feels so strange to me.
You know, it's funny. This is so I know I've been traveling. I've been home like one day in the past like 5 weeks, and I've been traveling nonstop and just been doing stuff with the book. And I actually just got back yesterday, and then I go back. I leave again in like a day or two. But I just like this morning I woke up and I felt so sad, and I couldn't figure out why I felt sad. I was like, nothing's wrong. Why am I sad? And I think it was this moment of like, oh, like I'm not running around and I'm not running around and traveling for my book anymore. Like I'm back in my apartment and I see my desk and I see my computer and I know that I need to return to it really soon and just think about this next project. And it's such an exciting thing, but it made me like feel incredibly sad.
Yeah.
I felt as if I was saying goodbye to the story collection, and it was like, and my husband was like, "Oh my God, you're so dramatic." But I did. It was like it was a real feeling I had this morning.
Is the book going to be translated into other? Is it going to be selling in other countries? The short story.
Yeah, before it was published, it was sold in 6 countries, and then I guess now that it's out, then they go for the other ones. So I don't know what's happening with that. So now it's really exciting. It came out in the UK at the same time,
Okay.
But in the fall it comes out in Germany and I think in other parts of Europe. So that'll be fun. It's fun to see the covers, and it's been amazing. Like I've met with a couple of my translators in Europe, and it's just so interesting to talk to people about how they translate something and how they kind of retain like rhythm and cadence and things like that in another language, and that's been fascinating.